Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We've got the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the 2.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Shoots. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Brown against Fournier. Brown, no good. Fast break, here we go. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Vezenkov. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. From past the arc. Athens gets it back in a new 14. Yurtsevin with the bucket.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Lucas passes to Hernan Gomez. Athens moving the ball around. A nice shot by Brown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. When I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And here is Athens now, following Evan Fournier's 3. Lucas passes to Yurtsevin. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and it's Osman missing. Hernan Gomez covering. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. Trailing by 2. Athens with another miss. Brown's gone 1 of 3 on the night. A finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
1:29 left here in the first quarter. And he converts the layup.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
There's Lucas. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Panathinaikos. No scoring in this one. Pass to Vezenkov.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
First personal foul, second team foul.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Osman. Buries the long-range jumper.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Panathinaikos following the three-point basket by Athens. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
The first one falls.
At the line for the away team, 0.
Good on both. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Driving the lane, and good that time. He has 5.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Over to the wing. Here's Vazenko. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. They lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They set the screen. Missed it, even after all those chances. Evans against none. Nice shot by Evans. Evans has got his first bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Offensive rebound. None against Evans. 5 to shoot. Another shot. And that one is hammered home.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And he's good on the first of 3.
At the line for the away team,
He hits the second from the line.
3 shots.
And he makes all 3.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Athens trails by 6. There's the screen. There's none. Driving to the basket.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Dorsey. No good on the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Jacks up a 3. Evans with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Yep, it counts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Trains the three-pointer.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Evans has got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
There's the pick. Fires the three. Good on the triple. Evans has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
The three. Another three for Athens.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Dorsey, that's good.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
We've got 1:08 left here in the second. Pass to Nunn. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
The offensive rebound to the right side. A three-pointer off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
No good on the wing three.
You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Away team foul. Number 77. First personal foul. First team foul.
Fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
Thank you for being with us. Now
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Brown, and it's Osman in at the three, the small forward. From deep three-point land. Yurtsevin kicks to Osman. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. Osman's got one three-pointer tonight in 4 tries. They've got Fall, and it's Panathinaikos in at the small forward position. Pass to Vizenkov. Six to shoot. Here's Fall, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And for Athens, we've got Brown, and it's Yurtsevin in at the 5. And they'll keep possession. And stolen by Fournier. They've got Fall, and it's Panathinaikos in at the 3. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Osman. Athens with another miss.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Up top, Fournier. He has 5. Pass to Vizenkov. Banked in off the glass. Vizenkov's got 9.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Here's Lucas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Hernan Gomez a screen. Bangs home the trifecta.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Pass to Vizenkov. They set the pick. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Vizenkov's got 4 this quarter. Athens trails by 5. It's Brown on the wing. There's Lucas. Off target from outside. Pass to Vizenkov.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Puts up a 3. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Yurtsevin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Osman. Back to Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Shot by Panathinaikos, no good. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. Slukas. They get it again. Yurtsevin passes to Brown. The wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. Can't tie it up as that one misses. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Shoots from the elbow. Full. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the wing on the left. Here's Osman. No good on the 3.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brown with the bucket. Brown's got his second basket of the night. Brown's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Driving the lane. Got a hand on it. And he stays with it. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
And it's Vizenkov with the rebound. Pass to Panathinaikos. There's the 3. That one misses. Here's Osman. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. They lead by 5. And we're coming right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now, he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Out of bounds, Athens takes possession. Athens trails by 4. They set the pick. It's good.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Evans, good.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Plenty of space. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
None against Evans. Out left to the wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And so he hits both. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now Dorsey. There's a screen. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to none. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball. Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Takes a three. Peters grabs the miss.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
There's the pick. Here's Dorsey. Here's Milutinov. The layup off target.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release. A bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And he jams it with authority.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Pass to none. Up and in on the layup. Nunn's got 4 this quarter.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Evans goes in. Good on the shot.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
It's stolen. .51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the middle. It's tipped. Nunn looking around. Offensive rebound. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Launches it. Goes back up. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just Welcome and thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports as we get ready to go with our Saturday night presentation. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Oh, got that one up quick.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Musa, good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Garuba, high post. Hernan Gomez there. Back to Garuba. The three ball. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Misses at the rim. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Osman. Lets it fly. Jump shot is good. Osman's got 5 now. Here's Musa. And some very quick points for him on that possession. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. From behind the arc. Garuba with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Musa. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. None, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Hits the three-pointer. On offense, here is Athens. It's a three-point game. From downtown. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Here's the break. Three-pointer in transition.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Man, showing some terrific range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Musa. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 11 points in the game.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
The 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pass to Garuba. Beyond the arc. Here's Campazzo. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Athens trails by 3. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Here's Garuba. And the 3 off target. An opportunity now for them to get back on top.
Yeah, they've kept it within arm's length. Now they need to make a play.
That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
56 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Musa, and he dunks it down.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Pass to Yurtseven. Off target with the 3. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter here. The offensive rebound. Here's Musa. knocks down the long J.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Athens with it, trailing by 4. Fires the 3, sends it home from three-point land. Here's Campazzo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. A deep 3. Musa, good. It'll count. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 4, and we'll get the second quarter underway on the... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Here's Hazonia. Off target from outside. Athens trails by 4. And that one is hammered home.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
And his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
It's rebounded by Ibaka. And here's the fast break. Hazonia gets the bucket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Ibaka. They set the pick. The 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half play. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Picked it out of midair. From outside the arc. On target from range. Give him 8.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Driving inside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
That's his second triple this quarter after hitting one earlier. This is how you space the floor.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second.
Away team foul. UE. First personal foul. First team foul.
A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Hazonia. Three-pointer off the mark. A tight game here in Milwaukee. Brown scanning the floor. Driving to the basket after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2. He's covered by Grant. Ibaka for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Ibaka's got 5 points now in the quarter. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here comes the break. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Hazonia. Sinks it from distance.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
From the arc. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
His third shot from downtown this quarter. 4 for the game.
The steal. And he's all alone. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Driving in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Athens.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Grant. And Azonia pulls it down. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ibaka against Grant. Back to Ibaka. Fires from deep. Drains the triple. Ibaka's got 8 here in this quarter.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
From deep. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Taking a look at the visitors, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering. The consistency, they've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
They sure made it look easy. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Athens trails by 3. We've got Jetty Osman, and it's Nunn in at the 2. The quick look, no good that time.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Pass to Garuba. And that one is stuffed right through.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? On offense, here is Athens.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Nunn. No points so far. Here's Osman. Back to Nunn.
Hey, yo, right here.
6 to shoot. Poke loose. Here's Musa. 19 points in the game. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. Garuba with a rebound. Pass to Campazzo. All alone. Count that one. Campazzo's gotten his first points of the night.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Hey, here's Nunn for 3.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Musa. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And another miss by Athens.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Pass to Garuba. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. Garuba's got 5.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now none. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And the layup is good off the glass. He's got 10.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
With the fadeaway. Fires for 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
No problems knocking that one down.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Campazzo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Campazzo's got his second bucket of the night.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Garuba. Fades away. And yep, it's good. Garuba's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Misses in close.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Misses the 3. Athens trails by 12. Out to the wing. And a missed layup.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouls.
Musa, good.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 16.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Osman. Three-pointer, no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 12. And time to step away. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Omer at 7, and it's none in at the 2. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the away team.
So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Ibaka. Launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Can they get it? Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 24.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played.
Number 44. First personal foul Second team foul.
The fader. It's hauled in by Athens. No good on the triple. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Able to get a layup out of that one, that's just soft defense there.
Lets it fly. The shot by Hezonja, no good.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
No good from outside. Ibaka for three. Gets the three ball to go.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Brown. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. It's an 18-point game. Grant's shot is off. Now here's Ibaka. Launches it. It's deflected. And they get it back. The three is up. It's hauled in by Athens. Outside, Brown. A minute 53 left in the fourth. Fires from deep. It's Brown on the wing. Tries again. It's good.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Takes a three. Off target from three-point range.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Grant attacks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
You got a piece of it. Athens trails by 14. There's 57 seconds left in the final quarter. Ibaka with a steal. Here's Hezonja. The three. Got a hand on it. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Ibaka. There's the triple. That one's off for him. 6 for 11 now. Grant outside. The three is up. Pure from three-point range. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth. "17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hezonja. Clock at 6. Ibaka for three. Can't hit that one. The visiting club takes the win on the road. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Garuba in at the three. Here's Musa. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Pass to Fournier. Shoots the three. The rebound by Njai. Here's Musa. Off target with his three. Outside Fournier. Puts up a deep three. From beyond the arc and then some.
Well, Fournier knows when to score. And right there from a different area code. My goodness.
And the basket by Njai.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Good.
How about 3 or 4 up the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Pass to Musa. They get it back. Here's Garuba. Here's Musa. And that one drops for him.
Musa. Assist goes to Campazzo.
Here's Panathinaikos. There's a good screen. Vazenkov. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Njai. Sinks the triple. Njai's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Panathinaikos. Pass to Vazenkov. Rebound by Tavares.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. To the inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunchen.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Here's Musa. And it's off from three-point range.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to Panathinaikos. No good again that time. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Wide open look. A nice shot by Garuba. And so here's the home team, trailing by 4. For the 3. Trains the three-pointer.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
It's Fournier on the wing. Pass to Vazenkov. And the shot is good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Vazenkov's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Here's Tavares. Over to the wing. Here's Garuba. Hands it from downtown. Garuba's got 5.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Vazenkov.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Panathinaikos. 6 on the shot clock. Fournier gets a wide open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Fournier's got his second bucket of the game to go. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Campazzo, the pass to Tavares. Here's Musa, who's guarded by Fournier. Lets it go with the 3. Musa can't hit. Here's Fall. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. leading by 5. And we'll be back in... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Inside. Here he goes. Evans with the steal. Here's Peters. Drills it from outside. Peters has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Not everyone has the green light to take that free in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Ibaka for 3. Now here's Evans. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Back to Ibaka. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. And now here's Hazonia. He's covered closely. Clock at 6. Right wing. Back to Ibaka. From outside the arc. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
From deep, Evans. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Pushing it up. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now Dorsey hasn't made one yet. Evans inside. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Hazonia kicks to Ibaka. Misses the wing J.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The shot. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Ibaka's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
Ibaka finds Hazonia. Back to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Dorsey. Takes it inside. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. 1:05 left in the second quarter. Traps in the tray.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Launches a 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
41 seconds left now here in the second.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Evans feeling it out a bit. There's the screen. And Evans throws it down hard.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Hazanya. Off target from three-point range. And here's the break. And here they go. Here's Peters. Off with the layup. Ibaka for three. A second chance effort and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will to second chance.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And that about wraps it up. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And it's Musa in at the two-guard spot. Here's Campazzo. He gets that one. Campazzo's got his second bucket tonight.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Pass to Vezenkov. For three. Good on the three-point shot. Vezenkov's got 7.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
To the paint. It's stolen. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Tavares. Pass to Musa. Shoots over Fournier. Here's Garuba. From the top of the key, he buries it. He has 7.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Fournier goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, exceptional at giving you that extra burst necessary on the drive. That's pretty.
Here's Campazzo. Connects from three-point range. Campazzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Hits it from three-point range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Musa with the bucket.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Tavares. Here's Njai. 5 points in the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Njai's got 8 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Panathinaikos. Uses the glass to finish the layup. A Papanikolaou's got his second basket.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Musa. 6 on the shot clock. Tipped away. Here's Tavares. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Garuba the pass to Musa. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. No good on the triple. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Vezenkov's got 9 points now in just the second half. Musa passes to Campazzo. Down low. Pass to Garuba. Lets it go from deep. That one's not going to go.
And I like the ball move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your home team, Sasha.
He hits both from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fast break, here they come. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Out of their last 5 mates, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to Vezenkov. From deep three-point land. No good there. Fires for 3. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Leading by 4. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Goes up on the wing, and that one swishes right in. Dorsey's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Ibaka for 3. Peters grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
6 to shoot. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Screen by Ibaka. There's the triple. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Now Dorsey. To the middle, and stolen by Hezonja. Ibaka outside. Huey, the pass to Ibaka. And now, here's Hezonja. Back to Ibaka from downtown. That one doesn't drop. Ibaka's gotten 5 shots in 13 tries. Out to the wing. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Musa can't hit. Musa's gone 3 of 10 shooting so far, only 30%. Shot by Panathinaikos, no good. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Musa can't hit. Musa's gone 2 of 8 from long range here. Here's Vezenkov. Hezonja defending. 3-pointer. And no good that time.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Shots good by Ibaka. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
First team foul.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
They set the pick. Here's Hezonja. Finished off by Hezonja.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Vezenkov. Hezonja defending. The 3. Musa grabs the miss. From downtown, and Hezonja gets it to go.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here's the fast break. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep 3-point territory. Fall with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team, and the starting group for Athens. We've got Jetty Osman, and it's Nunn in at the 2. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezinkov. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Fournier covering. Three-pointer. The kick out to Nunn. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Fournier against Nunn. Fires from the wing. The shot by Fournier, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. To halt the run, and he lays it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Puts up a three. The rebound by Vazenkov.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
They set a pick. Here's Panathinaikos. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And he drives in. Here's Osman. 5 on the clock. The long-distance three is buried. He has 6.
And this run has been fueled by second-chance points.
And it's Fournier penetrating. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
You're 7 a screen. Osman with the bucket.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
A 7-point spread. Fournier against none. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Athens.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Let's go with a 3. Pass to Osman. You're 7 with the ball. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Down low. Here's your 7. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Good on the shot.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
.36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Nunn. No good on the 3. Nunn's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Panathinaikos. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
3 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Here's Fournier. Good on the jump shot. Fournier's got 6. And so it's Athens in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Athens.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've also really enjoyed watching them hit the boards, specifically the offensive glass and how they've capitalized on that hustle.
And it's good for 2.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And for Athens, here's Dorsey. Counted from distance. Dorsey's got his first 3 points of the game.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
From deep three-point land, No good there. Jacks up a three. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Athens leading by 12. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
The shot by Evans, no good.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Okay, big man. Hammer it home.
Ooh, showing some athleticism right there. He still knows how to finish.
And he might not give you a highlight-worthy dunk anymore, but look, hey, 2 points is 2 points, and the big fella delivered.
And so it's Athens with it. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And the shot goes down.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
This one for 3. It's hauled in by Athens. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Peters from deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Lets the 3 fly. On target from range.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
There's a screen from outside the arc. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Evans. Brown with the steal. We've got 1:48 left in the second period. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line for 1. Athens shooting their first foul shot of the night. And that one misses. Here's Evans. And no good. The dry spell continues. Out to the right wing. No good with the triple. 1:15 left in the first half of basketball. No one covering. Of course, he's got 6 here in the quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And he lays it up and in.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
54 seconds left in the first half. With the drive, count the basket. Of course, he's got 8.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
From the arc. That one no good. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Evans. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Evans has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Outside, Brown. From deep. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 15.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so it's Athens up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for Athens.
A key part of this one.
That does it for half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Athens leading by 19. So on the floor for Athens, we've got Omer Yurtseven, and it's Osman in at the 3.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Vezenkov's gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. Here's Nunn, and it's in there.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Nunn's gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Nunn against Fournier. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got 6 rebounds in the game. And that's a foul called on Evan Fournier. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Yurtseven a screen. The kick out to Nunn. He takes it in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Fournier against Nunn. 4 on the clock. Fournier with the bucket. Fournier's got 8 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
That shot, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The shot by Vezenkov, no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
From behind the arc. Fournier with a rebound.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Pass to Nunn. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Nunn's got 6 in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is. They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Kept alive. Ooh, it's stolen away.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Fall. Over Nunn. Outside Fournier. For 3. The rebound by Osman. Athens leading by 21. Puts up a deep 3. The shot that time not on target. Osman's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And that one's good. Vezenkov's got 5 points.
Draining his first 3 of the game. No doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Osman on the wing. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
It took 6 attempts, but he finally hits a shot.
Here's Panathinaikos. On the wing, Fournier. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. In transition, here they come. Here's Fournier. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
From outside, off the mark.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
And that one's good. Kazenko.
His second triple of the half. Well, look, that's 2 more than he had in the first, so things, I guess, are trending in the right direction.
Pass to Osman. And another miss by Athens. And so it's Athens up 15 points as this quarter concludes, building this lead up in large. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And for Athens, here's Brown. Fires the 3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Peters. Offensive rebound to the right side. Launches a 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Athens leading by 13. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Shots no good. 7 for 13 now in this game. Pass to Dorsey. Oh, he picked him clean. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And the 3-pointer goes.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Here's Evans. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
4-3. Doesn't fall. He's 8 for 15 from the floor now. Here's Dorsey. Off the mark there with a 3.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Deflects the pass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Brown for 3. Unable to get that one. The 3 ball. He drops it from range.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. And And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Driving inside. Good. 23 points in the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
That three's off the mark. Athens leading by 11. 1:14 left in the fourth. Basket counts.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Down low. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hits the trifecta. So it's the home team now. They trail by 14. From deep three-point land. The shot, no good. On offense, here is Athens. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. From downtown, and again, it's Athens with a three.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Launches it from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Peters. It's going to go the other way.
Yet another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Fires away from way outside. And so it's Athens winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean,
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. Puts up a deep three. The long distance three is buried. Here's Campazzo. The three, and he buries his first look.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
No good on the triple. Here's Musa, fires the three. He's off on that one. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's Osman on the take. Tipped. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. From deep three-point land. They get it again. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Fires in the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
There's a screen. Here's Campazzo. Deflected. And here's the fast break. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Here's Garuba. Beyond the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Shot is up. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And a miss there on the triple. Here's Musa. There's the three. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
2 minutes remaining.
Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Fires the three. They swipe it. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, good whistle there.
Athens shooting their first free throws of the night. And he makes the first.
2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Campazzo. Nails it from 3. Campazzo's gotten his second bucket on the night.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And another miss by Athens.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
They get the rebound. For 3. It's hauled in by Athens. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Athens shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both good from the line that time. So it's the home team now. Here's Musa. Sends it home from three-point land. 6 points for him. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. This one for three. It's tipped.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Athens trails by 5. "27 seconds left in the first. The three sinks the tray.
Well, it wasn't a pretty start for him, but now he's got a bucket to build on.
Takes the three. They get it back. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And the three off target. No luck on that one. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And for Athens, here's Hazonia. 3-pointer. To the wing, right side. Launches it. Nice D from Brown. Now Nunn. Outside, Brown. And here's Nunn. Fires the three. To the left side wing. Back to Brown. From downtown. Injai grabs the miss. And for Athens, here's Hazonia. The three-pointer off the mark. On offense, here is Athens. They trail by 1. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. That shot is off. Here's Hazonia. No points yet. Fades. It's not going to go for him. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. Here's Brown. The kick out to Nunn. There's the triple. Pass to Brown. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Brown's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Pass to Nunn. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And another miss by Athens.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And Brown has got the ball here for Athens. 7-point differential. They set the screen. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. He misses it. 0 for 5 and looking off his game right now.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Ibaka, good. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Oh, deflected. Fires from deep. The shot won't fall. Athens trails by 7. finish! Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Left side, Brown. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Njai. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Nunn. And a two-handed jam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Ibaka with it. Now guarded by Brown. From behind the arc. And that one's good. Ibaka for 3. Ibaka's got 5 points now this quarter.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Hey, here's Nunn for 3. Oh, he drilled it. He's shooting 3 for 8 from the floor.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Here's Hazonia. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Athens trails by 5. 4-3. And Nunn the bucket on the assist from Brown. Nunn's got 10.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. Here's Hazonia. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And it appears that he has totally lost his touch here in the second quarter. Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Nunn. There's the drive, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Hazonia. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 6 points for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the home team.
Total team.
And that's it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Athens trails by 5. Inside, here's Osman, and down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And for Athens, we've got Jetty Osman, also a Marriott 7 out there. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. That shot is good by Campazzo. Campazzo's gone 3 of 4 from three-point land so far. No good from outside. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Garuba with the bucket. Garuba's got his second bucket on the night.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. And you got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweep spot.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Yurt 7. Athens trails by 9. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And another miss by Athens.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
Garuba, no good.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Brown with it. Soft touch off the glass. Brown's got 5 now.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. 12 points for him.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
There's a screen from Garuba. Offensive board. Pass to Musa. Let's go with a 3. He's got a clear path. Here's Hernan Gomez. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Musa, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And miss after miss right now.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Osman. And that misses. That would have put him up. Osman's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. There's a screen. Here's Garuba. And it's all from three-point range. It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
1:11 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. For the lead, drives to the hoop, and he lays it up and in.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Here's Garuba. He has 6. And he can't jam it through.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Misses the 3.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Both teams will make substitutions.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
30 seconds left in the third. Back to Nunn. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
A deep 3.
Athens foul call. Number 26. First personal foul. Substitution for Athens. Number 40. Number 40.
Here's Hazonia. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And so it's Athens with it. They lead by 1. And for Athens, shot clock at 6. Here's Nunn. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Inja. Fires for 3. Drops in the 3. And this game is tied up now.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3.
And after a sketchy first half, they're now looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Puts up a 3. The shot by Hezonja, no good.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that back.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
That one goes. Count it.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Njai, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Takes it inside, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And since the break, they have looked like a completely different team, especially on offense, where they're really cooking right now.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Ibaka.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
To take the lead. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
1:41 left in the final quarter. Three-pointer, no good.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
The 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ibaka. 1:16 left in the game. And here's none. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Here's Campazzo. No good on the 3. And so it's Athens with it. Oh, he buried the 3.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside none. Money.
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give. And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
A defensive lapse. Can't give them that kind of position.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the top.
Checking in for Athens. Smoothhouse.
8 seconds left to play in the fourth. And that's an intentional foul.
Hazonia. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them?
The home team calls timeout. What's the best strategy for him?
So hard to get a clean look from distance in this situation because everybody knows that's the shot they need. So the defense is smothering the perimeter with everyone they have.
Here's Musa. And so it's Athens winning this one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic...
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Here's Musa going inside, and a strong finish with two hands.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. On the wing, Fournier. Off target from three-point range. About a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Garuba. The three is up. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Into the lane. And that one is stuffed right through.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. Three-pointer. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. And there's the screen. The three is up. Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Pass to Musa. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Outside Fournier. To the middle. Here's Fall. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
The three ball. Pass to Musa. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. He drops it from range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
1:44 left in the opening quarter. Here's Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Papanikolaou. 5 points in the game. Pass to Vezenkov. From the arc. Count it from distance. Vezenkov's got 5.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Garuba. Buries it from 3. He's got 6.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
To the inside. Here's Fall. And Campazzo pulls it down.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Here's Musa. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Campazzo. Oh, it's stolen. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Vezenkov. Three-pointer in transition.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Here's Musa. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Here's Papanikolaou. He's got 5. Off with the layup.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Leading by 4. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical. Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
The three. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Let's go with a three. That one doesn't drop.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Evans. Launches it. They grab their own miss. The three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Here's Azonia. Ibaka for three. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Dorsey. He's scoreless. Hits the three-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Ibaka. From deep. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Evans. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Away team foul. Evans. First personal foul. First team foul.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Pass to Azonia. And he jams it home with authority.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Here's Evans. And there's the drive. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
The three is up. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Injai can't hit. Pass to Evans. Launches a three. Injai grabs the miss.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Here's Azonia. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They're running. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Now here's Ibaka. Give him 8. Out left to the wing. 6 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Evans. Sends it home from three-point land. Evans has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Screen by Ibaka. From downtown, drills it from deep.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Out to the right wing. Rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Screen by Ibaka. No good with the triple.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Number 6. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A 3 off the inbound. He buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They're up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about? Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds.
Thanks for tuning in.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Campazzo. Still no points. There's a screen from Garuba. Fires the 3. That shot is good by Campazzo. Campazzo's gone 1 for 3 from deep tonight. Here's Papa-Nicolau. The baseline J is on the way, and that one good. Here's Garuba. And as we start up the new year, here's a glimpse at the new power rankings. You take a look at the home team, knocked out of that top 3, moving down to the 4th spot.
When I look at this visiting team, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this team is.
And the basket is good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Intercepted. Second half getting started, about a minute played. Here's Papa-Nicolau, uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 12.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Fournier for 3. It doesn't go for him.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Garuba. He has 6. Drops in the 3. Garuba's got 9. It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. He's got a piece of it. And they're on the run. Offline with a 3. Pass to Vizenkov. And he throws it down with one hand.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Garuba. 11 points in the game. Here's Campazzo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Campazzo's got 6 here in the quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Garuba, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
1:16 left in the third quarter. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
That ties the game. He's got 14.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And I think it's time to put multiple bodies on him.
First personal foul.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the triple. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now. Fournier for 3. Hits the trifecta. Fournier's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
There's a screen. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. An easy 2 on the layup.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Musa. Fires from deep. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. They're up by 5. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
He was all alone on that one.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Here's Dorsey from outside the arc. Injai grabs the miss. Injai's got 4 rebounds now.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Evans. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Hezonja gets the 3 to fall.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave him all alone at the arc.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Evans, that's good.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Evans has gone 50% shooting tonight, 4 of 8. Pass to Azonia. They set the screen. And he dunks it down.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Oh, and that is how you make a bold statement. Overcoming that size differential and throwing it down.
Pass to Inja. Ibaka for 3. Knocks down the long J. It's all knotted up.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Dorsey. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stat. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Here's Peters. Uses the glass on the layup. Peters has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And the shot goes.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Hazonia, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
They get it back. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance point.
Here's Peters. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
No good on the wing 3. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. With the drive. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Safe to say, the outcome is no longer in question.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
The shot by Hazonia, no good. They've been in a great rhythm as of late.
And they really want to continue this run as long as they can.
Peters' shot is good.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Lets the 3 fly. On target from range. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road.